For my first video back, I wanted to focus on something that I'm very passionate about, and that is mobile filmmaking. And specifically today, focusing on iPhone's cinematic mode. I just recently upgraded to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and the best thing about this new cinematic mode is that it allows you to shoot in 24 FPS to get the most, wait for it, cinematic looking footage. I wanted to put this new cinematic mode through its paces and see what it's capable of in comparison to awesome video camera apps like Filmmaker Pro, which I still love dearly. The footage you saw at the beginning of this video was captured with iPhone 14 Pro's new cinematic mode, and I'm going to walk you through how I shot, edited everything, and the settings that I used. And if you stick around until the end of the video, I'm going to share with you guys some new color presets that I created to use with iPhone 14 Pro's new cinematic mode. But first, let's take a break and hear from today's sponsor. Hey there, storytellers, it's Ryan here. If you're anything like me, you love coming up with ideas for stories, but when it's time to actually sit down and write the script with industry standard formatting, it can feel pretty overwhelming. I've been on the hunt for the perfect screenwriting tool for ages, and guess what? I finally found it. Let me introduce you to Arc Studio, the game changer in script writing software. I've been using Arc Studio for a few months now to write my newest script, and it's genuinely transformed the way I bring my stories to life. The intuitive interface, the seamless scene transitions, and the character development tools, absolute magic. Whether you're penning your first screenplay or you're a seasoned writer, Arc Studio has something for everyone. It's like having a co-writer by your side, guiding you, inspiring you, and making sure your story flows just right. So if you're looking to elevate your script writing game, give Arc Studio a try for free. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Just follow the QR code on the screen or follow the link in the video description to learn more and tell them that Camp Films sent you. Happy writing! First, let's go over the basics of cinematic mode on iPhone 14. Cinematic mode is a feature on the iPhone 14 series that allows you to record videos with a shallow depth of field and add beautiful focus transitions for a cinema-grade look. You can record videos in 4K at 24 frames per second, which is film style, or 30 frames per second. First, let's hold our camera in landscape mode, unless you are filming a short form video for something like TikTok. To record video in cinematic mode, open the camera app and then swipe to cinematic mode. Tap the arrow in landscape mode to show the following adjustment options. You can tap the depth control button and then drag the slider to adjust the depth of field. I usually keep this at 2.0 for a shallow depth of field. You can tap the 1x button to switch to telephoto. Tap the button again, the button will now read 3x to switch back to a wide camera angle. I normally just use the 1x camera personally because I think it looks a lot better. You can tap the exposure button and then drag the slider to make your video brighter or darker. I usually keep this in the negative unless I'm shooting something in really low light. You can tap the flash button and choose on or off. We're going to use off all the time unless we're doing something specific like a found footage type of film. In the top left corner while in landscape mode, you can select between HD and 4K footage, and select your FPS settings. Set these to 4K and 24 FPS for the most filmic and high quality looks. Just tap the record button when you're ready to begin recording. You can tap any subject within the viewfinder to change focus as you record, and you can double tap to set automatic focus for tracking on a subject, which is very handy. You can also touch and hold the screen to lock the focus at a specific distance from the camera. When you've finished recording, just tap the record button again to stop recording. After you take a video in cinematic mode, you can edit it in the Photos app on your iPhone 14 model, or you can do it on any other supported device. In addition to the standard edits that you can make to all videos, you can also adjust the depth of field and the focus points of a video taken in cinematic mode after you've recorded them. To edit cinematic mode videos recorded on iOS 16, you must use iOS 16, iPad OS 16, or Mac OS Ventura or later. Now that our settings are dialed in and we know how to use cinematic mode, it's time to go film some cool stuff. Once you start filming, you'll notice that the iPhone has pretty great built-in camera stabilization, but you can take things even further by using a gimbal to get some great movement shots, and you can use a camera cage like the one I have from Beast Grip. This will allow you to put your camera on a tripod for lockdown shots, and you can use additional lenses and filters, have better handheld grips, and it will allow you to mount accessories like microphones and lights to the rig. I highly recommend you check it out. I'll post a link to the Beast Grip Pro rig and a video I made about it in the description if you're interested in learning more. Now you've dialed in your settings, you know the best way to hold and control your camera. Now it's time to bring your footage into your preferred software and color grade it and edit it. And the cinematic mode footage from iPhone looks pretty great already without having to do anything else to it. But I will go in to do a color correction shot for shot with Lumetri to dial in the shadows, add contrast, and overall image brightness. Since these images from the iPhone 14 are pretty close already, I just go with whatever looks right to my eyes, and it helps to have a calibrated monitor as well so you know you're getting accurate results. Once I have my individual shots color corrected to my liking, I will then go in and add an adjustment layer over top all of my shots in a specific scene that I want to all have a cohesive look. Then I will add Lumetri to an adjustment layer and add a creative color adjustment. I actually spent quite a lot of time working with dialing in different creative looks that work with the newest cinematic mode, and I put them together in a LUT preset pack for you to buy and help support the channel. You'll be able to get a wide variety of looks for your new cinematic mode footage with just the press of a button, and they look pretty good with other mobile footage as well. Check them out in the link or use this QR code to go straight there and have a look. Once I have my sequence shot, edited, and color graded, it's time to add the finishing touches. Just slap on some black aspect ratio bars to further enhance the filmic look. You can find those in my online store as well. You can add some film grain if the situation calls for it, and then browse an online royalty-free music service like Epidemic Sound to find fitting music and add sound effects and really bring everything together. This was my first time using the cinematic mode on iPhone, and I have to say I was pretty impressed with the footage I was able to capture with this thing, and I highly recommend if you're into mobile videography, you definitely should check this out and give it a shot. And that's pretty much it, guys. Before I go, let me know in the comments below if you plan to shoot anything using the new cinematic mode, or if you have in the past, let me know your positive and negative experiences. I really appreciate you guys being here, and I hope you enjoyed the new look and format of the show. Much love to my channel members who have stuck around through the move and through all the downtime. I really appreciate you guys so much, you have no idea. As always, I hope you guys found this video very beneficial and inspiring. Thank you so much for coming along on this filmmaking journey with me. I am Ryan, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.